What if everything you think about time is wrong? What if time isn't a constant, but something that had a beginning? And if it had a beginning, what caused it? Science has discovered that time is actually part of the universe. It's not separate from space and matter. That means, if the universe had a beginning, so did time. But if time itself began, then what came before it? And more importantly, what exists beyond it? Let's explore what science says about time and how it actually points to a timeless creator. Most of us think of time as a constant, like a clock ticking forward, never changing. But over 100 years, Albert Einstein discovered something shocking. Time isn't separate from space. It's part of the same thing, what scientists call space-time. Think of time like a river. It can speed up, slow down, or even bend, depending on what's happening around it. Scientists have actually tested this. The stronger gravity is, the slower time moves. Astronauts on the International Space Station age slightly slower than we do on Earth, because time moves differently for them. But here's where things get really interesting. Time itself had a beginning. Most scientists agree that our universe had a starting point. The most accepted scientific model for this is called the Big Bang. But let's be clear about what that actually means. The Big Bang doesn't mean the universe exploded into existence from nothing, like a firecracker. Instead, it describes how space, time, and matter expanded from an incredibly dense state. Imagine blowing up a balloon. The surface expands outward, but before you started blowing, the balloon wasn't stretched out at all. Scientists believe our universe started in a compressed state, and then expanded, bringing time along with it. But here's the key question. If time itself had a beginning, what came before it? That's actually a trick question, because before doesn't make sense when time didn't exist yet. Scientists like Alexander Velikan have shown that any universe that expands, like ours, must have had a beginning. In his own words, all the evidence we have says the universe had a beginning. But that raises an even bigger question. What caused it? Believe it or not, some scientists think that time might not even be fundamental. In certain quantum physics equations, like the Wheeler-DeWitt equation, time completely disappears. That means time might not be as real as we think. Think of a frozen lake. On the surface, everything looks still. But beneath the ice, molecules are vibrating and moving. In the same way, what we call time may just be an emerging property of something deeper, something timeless. And that's exactly how the Bible describes God, as existing outside of time, from everlasting to everlasting. Here's the big problem. Everything in time has a cause. You exist because of your parents. A tree exists because of a seed, but what caused time itself? If we follow science's logic, the cause of time must be something outside of time, something eternal, uncaused, and powerful enough to bring reality into existence. Philosophers call this the uncaused cause, and it sounds exactly like the God the Bible describes. Imagine a book. The characters inside the story experience time page by page, moment by moment, but the author, he exists outside the book. In the same way, God exists outside of time. He is the creator of the timeline itself. Science tells us that time had a beginning, and quantum mechanics suggest a deeper, timeless reality. The best explanation? A timeless creator, just like the Bible has said all along. What do you think? Does science point to a timeless God? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. If God exists beyond time, then what does that mean for the nature of reality itself? Could the universe be more than just physical matter? Could it actually be structured by intelligence? In my next video, we'll explore a fascinating theory that suggests just that, the CTMU, or the Cognitive Theoretical Model of the Universe. You won't want to miss it. See you next time.